see the way they hate. And I know better than to listen to the people who are calling us slaves. I can feel the sunlight shining in.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name's Brian, and today is Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024, and this is episode 668 of the Lots Project podcast, and it's titled All Bark and No Bite. I'll be chatting about lots of noise and no substance, a sign of lack of ideas, lots, knots, and much, much more. Let me grab some coffee, see who's hanging out in the live chat, and the coffee crew will hang out for about an hour. Good morning, and see what we'll get into. How's everybody doing? Jim in the chat right there before the start, and he is surprised he is first. Yes, you are first, Jim. Congratulations, you got first today. And Mike's Homestead swinging in over there, popping over on Noster, grabbing oh, look at that, after the show after stream yesterday, got a nice little zap there from the Zap Master on the replay. Thank you very much, Zap Master. If you are if you're still listening, if you are listening again, I appreciate it. And thanks for the zap, man. I appreciate it. Morning, Pickle Pete. How we doing? Thanks for swinging in. What is in the cup today? What do we have in the cup today? I finished off the FTO yesterday. Well, enough. I finished it off close enough that I was under a full press, and I was gonna do a blend. But it was significantly close. It was like 41 grams, and I was like, I don't know. I don't want to cut myself shy of 8 grams, and I don't know if blending that up is going to make that much of a difference. So I put it in my end of bottom of the bag, my Bob mix container, and we'll fill that up and mix it up and get a really good weird variety blend at some point. So that bag was gone yesterday, and grabbed a rando out of the cupboard, and this morning we got GSD blend. I am going to be getting shit done, and that is good because I got a ton of stuff to do before this weekend. So good morning, K-Bonks. Thanks for swinging in, and Hunter over on Twitch holding down the fort. Good morning. How we doing? How is everybody? Jim, thanks for the message over on Noster. I appreciate it. Growing Noster a little bit here and there. Really kind of trying to put a plan together, and I'll talk about that in just a little bit. Circling back to a few days ago with the Daily Stoic, that I didn't get quite a chance to talk about. It didn't really fit in to the show, but I was kind of reviewing some notes this morning and saw that, and it rings true. So I threw it on the list to talk about a little later. But first things first, all bark, no bite. All bark, no bite. Man, the weather is so. I've been going back and forth about the weather. Not necessarily the weather. Sorry guys, I got a spammer. Not a spammer. I don't think this guy's a spammer I'm talking to. I think he might be legit. But it's an SEO guy that cold messaged me on Facebook and was like, "Hey, how about you pay me some money and I'll make your videos better on YouTube?" And I'm like, "Well, okay." I've been talking to I shouldn't say I've been talking to him. He's been talking to me for going on about 12 hours now. So see how that goes. He's telling me he can't do a video to show me the quality of his work or the effectiveness of his work because it takes him all day to do it, but he's willing to do 2 videos for $10. I don't know. Pickle Pete just randomly talking about Jim there in the comments. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Anyway, the weather situation has been Jim's answering Brian. He's as confused as I am. Just randomly typing people's names in the comments this morning. Um sometimes. Sometimes. No. Oh, anyway, the weather, guys. I've been noticing a pattern in the reporting of the weather. Um, is weather getting severe? Yeah, it is. It really is. Sorry, I had popcorn last night. Corey's been buying some like pre-pop popcorn stuff from the store, and I'm not a big fan of popcorn. I just can't do it. Yeah, I can. I like it, but then I hate it because it gets shit stuck in my gums, and I just don't like it. Well, it's not stuck in my gums this time, but you know when you get the little corner pokey piece of the kernel and it gets stuck in your gums? I have one stuck like in my neck, not in my neck, in my throat. It's not stuck in my neck. It's stuck in my throat, and I can't get it to move. Like I can't get it to dislodge. I can just feel it there. And it's got its hooks in, and I don't know what I'm going to do to get it out. We'll find out. Find out. Um, good morning, Kyle. How we doing? Thanks for swinging in. Kyle says severe weather. No, we're just getting 2 feet of snow in April. I believe, Corey, was it April that was the highest snow month in Minnesota, or March? I don't know. Oh, it was March. It was March in Minnesota. So I mean, it doesn't surprise me that 2 feet in April. Whatever. Still before their last frost date, I assume. Um, Kyle says his dad has the same problem with popcorn kernels all the time. Oh no. Oh no. So anyway, the weather, it's been severe. Like I'm not discounting that. I saw some reports of those what are they called? Decheros. I don't even know how to pronounce it. The Dechero. I'm pretty sure we just used to call them microbursts, or I don't know. Like there's so many of these new terms, polar vortex and blah blah blah, all these different things that have popped up in my lifetime. Back from when I learned weather and weather reporting, I think they were called different things. We had to come up with more sensationalized names for them so people would pay attention. I'm not saying there hasn't been extreme weather, and I'm not saying that it's the cause of anything's necessarily the cause of it, man-made or not, or natural, or cycles, or whatever you want to believe about it. But I think the reporting has gotten a little ridiculous. I think it was, so today's Wednesday. Holy shit. Um, I saw on, it would have been Saturday. I saw on Saturday, start preparing for severe weather on Monday. And the area that it covered where we need to start preparing for severe weather was pretty much from the Gulf of Mexico to the Great Lakes. And I'm like, well, okay, it's spring. It's spring. It's rolling into spring. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we're going to have some crappy weather rolling through. Saturday, you're telling me that there's chance of tornadoes on Monday afternoon, Tuesday afternoon. Like, what? Really? Um, Backwoods says none of this is true though. All of our grandparents talked about walking to school on 8 foot of snow uphill both ways. Um, Not even grandparents. I remember the snow when I was a kid. I remember the snow in Minnesota, like, fluctuating up and down. I was there for, I don't know, a quarter century. It was pushing 25 years that I was, or 20 to 25 years that I was in Minnesota. And it, it definitely changed. Like, it fluctuated. Um, because of anything? I don't know. I don't know. Jim says April showers bring Mayflowers. Do you know what Mayflowers bring? Kyle's going to get 2 feet of snow, and then it's going to be 70 in a couple days, and then he's just going to get the normal mud season. Kyle says I'm old, so that's why I know. I could have been 30 and spent 20 plus years in Minnesota and still been young, I'm pretty sure. Mike nailed it. Mayflowers bring pilgrims. Anyway, so I started seeing the be on the lookout for extreme weather on Saturday. I don't even know how long does it take a weather system to normally move from uh the west coast to the east coast in the United States. Is that like a 3-day process, a 4-day process, a 5-day process? Um Kyle Jim says that Jim says that joke is so old I forgot it. Oh man, that joke's so old I fell off my dinosaur. Last time I heard it, I fell off my dinosaur. Oh man. Anyway, I'm not a meteorologist and I don't play one on TV, but I'm just curious. Kyle says I think it's dependent on the storm. Well, no shit, but like what's the average? So if we're watching weather that's pushing through California, can we reasonably guess that it's going to be on the East Coast in 2 to 3 days, 3 to 5 days, 5 to 7 days? Like, I understand that it depends on how fast it's moving, but on Saturday they were telling us about on Saturday they were telling us about the potential storms, potential heavy storms and tornadoes. Hunter says 3 days is accurate. Okay. So 5 is likely, and that would be from West Coast to East Coast. So Saturday, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3 days. So basically, Hunter says 7 days is hopeful. Oh, you are talking about oh, for the forecast. Gotcha. I thought Hunter was like a meteorologist or something, and he that's a guy that studies meteors, if you didn't know. Um he was talking about the forecast is likely accurate if it's 3 days out, or it's accurate, quote unquote accurate if it's 3 days out. It's not accurate when it's an hour out, I'll tell you that. um Accurate at 3 days, likely at 5, and hopeful at 7. Jim says 2 to 8 days to get across the country. I don't know, I think 2 is a little unreasonable. I don't know. I just felt it was a little early to be sounding the tornado warnings and the hail warnings and the whole shebang on Saturday for Tuesday afternoon. For Tuesday afternoon, Kyle says anywhere from 1 to 365 days. I think that's wrong. I don't think it takes 360 days for the for the storm to move across the country. Anyway, there was some severe weather yesterday. It went significantly north of us, but man, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all Tuesday morning, my fear propagating local weather Facebook stuff was just pushing that we had like until the very last line went through, they were piping the be scared, be scared. K-Bong says they want the word to get out. You know Bill Paxton's an actor, right, Kyle? Bill Paxton would agree to disagree with you. Good morning, Canadian Farmstead and Pip swinging in. Hope you're feeling better, Pip. Hope you are feeling better. Hunter says, insert hand gestures. It depends on these high pressure bands and if they roll up from the south. we're gonna have high pressure band pushing up, and we're gonna stall the low pressure coming in across. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was a lot of hype. I think it's a lot of hype, and I think what happens with a lot of hype, what happens with a lot of hype is people start ignoring it. Now, are we being extra vigilant, or are we dulling the response? Are we dulling the response, causing more eccentric response, or are we just doubling down on the fear mongering? I know when we were in Minnesota, it was less. We did have tornado where we had severe thunderstorms. We had this, but it was pretty, like, you could see it coming from 16 miles away. Here it's more in the hills, but we had our weather extreme was cold and snow in Minnesota. And you really watched as the years went by the fear mongering, Jim says the FUD, the oh my God, we could get 12 to 19 inches of snow if every single possible condition works in the favor of this storm, and you end up getting 4 inches of snow. You end up getting a dusting. The sun is out when it's supposed to be a blizzard. That's because they're guessing. I think they're guessing. They're trying to roll the first headline. They're trying to roll the clickbait headline. Oh, beware! And they need to get it out first to get the most clicks. But I think they're really dulling us down to what is actually a dangerous situation. Because I've realized now that the local authorities not only do they fire up sirens for tornadoes here, severe thunderstorms also. So I don't know. I'm pushing old. I'm 44, 45, 46. Jesus Christ, I'm 46. I don't know if I've ever been scared enough to take cover in a shelter for a severe thunderstorm. Unless there's a funnel cloud coming out of the fucking sky and aiming for me, I don't think I've ever been like, I need to go in the basement. I need to figure something out. Corey is cautious. Corey grew up with some severe weather events in her past, and she has some definite eyes to the sky mentality. I did not. My weather experience throughout my life has been pretty mild, and I remember walking in off the golf course in thunderstorms, and my biggest concern was I left my golf bag sitting out there and took off my metal golf spikes, so I wasn't carrying a lightning rod and have metal spikes coming out of the bottom of my shoes going into the ground. And I just walked in the lightning storm. Like, it's just electricity. It'll kill you, but it won't sometimes. So when I heard that the siren goes off for severe thunderstorm activity, I'm like, so what goes off when the tornado's on the way? What how are we determining when people are actually in danger? Because I'm pretty sure houses are meant to withstand thunderstorms. I'm pretty sure that I don't need a siren going off when thunderstorms come. I could be wrong. Like Tennessee folks, let me know. Let me know if it's always been that way. Has the siren always gone off for thunderstorms and tornadoes? Because I think it's just getting a little. It's getting a little. It's going to get lost in the noise. Is my concern, and that's my concern not just for society or the general public. It's my concern for me. Like when I hear the siren go off, what's that mean? Is it because there's thunder rumbling? Because that's what yesterday was, and that's where all bark and no bite came from. Was Carrie Brown, Strong Roots Resources is over on the other side of the state, so we're kind of right about to I don't know 3/4 of the way across the state, quarter of the way across the state, maybe. He's on the far end over on the other side, and he was talking about trying to get some stuff ready before Kyle says they're alerting people to give the dogs Xanax before this thunderstorm gets there. We got one that doesn't like thunder and storms and wind. He gets all nervous, Nelly. But Carrie said, Hunter says, were they testing? It wasn't yesterday. It wasn't yesterday with the sirens. No, testing first Wednesday of the month. Yeah. Carrie was like, hey, I got some stuff to get ready. We might have some wild weather coming in. And right as I was reading his message, I heard the first couple thunder claps outside. And I was like, well, it seems to be starting to boom a little bit and roll in. And literally that's what it was. We got thunder. We got some, I mean, I don't even want to call it heavy rain. We got passing showers. I guess if I was a meteorologist. Yes, you can expect passing showers today with heavy periods of heavy rain possible. It just kind of rolled through. It was a kind of a shower. It would pick up a little bit. It would completely stop, but nothing to where we should have had warnings on Saturday until we actually know what's going on. If it's Tuesday morning and the storm is barreling down on an area and you put out something, hey, they were like, start preparing for severe weather on Tuesday. What are we doing? Like what preparedness are we doing in 3 days before a thunderstorm? We'll prepare for a tornado on Tuesday. I don't get it. Mike's home said no sirens where I live. Heard them once a couple years ago at work. It was pretty rough weather that day. Yeah, we have I thought we had one here on the water tower that's real close. We also have a county fire department, and I think the county, the town, and the state. Jim says, put away the lawn chairs. Hey, thanks, weather guy. You told me 4 days in advance that my lawn chairs might blow away. Hunter says that's because I'm a prepper. Oh, I got it. Okay. K-Box says, what's the local alert system, if there is any? There are sirens here. I know there's sirens. We have a county fire depot, kind of real close, like 5 or 6 buildings away. We have a water tower in the town. I know there's sirens on some, if not all 3 of those places in town, at the fire department and at the water tower. But I'm not sure who controls what and when they go off. We rarely hear a siren here. I've heard them, but I'm guessing it was on a calm day when they were testing. I don't know. A quick story about sirens though, and siren tests. I remember back in Minnesota, you get really accustomed to them in Minnesota because you get the quite a bit of potential tornadoes and not a ton of formed tornadoes. But I have seen some pretty crazy aftermath of tornadoes in Minnesota when we were driving up north one weekend and basically arrived. What was it, about 20 minutes after that tornado went through Wadena? We were driving up to our cabin in severe weather, and there was a tornado. And as we rolled up to one of the bigger towns on the way there, everything was dark and it was all lights and sirens, and it was already dark. We rolled through. We knew something had happened, but you really couldn't see a whole lot because it was pouring rain. Well, had been pouring rain, lights and sirens, and no street lights or anything. Seeing the aftermath when the light came, holy crap. But anyway, we had a lot of sirens, and we had the monthly test, first Wednesday of the month at 1:00 or whatever it was. And so we were accustomed to it. Like, it happened every month. So I was working for a startup, and we had a company that the vendor that was selling us the equipment, like the whole factory. So they had a team of guys there that were training us. They were installing things. They were from Oregon. And so we were working with these guys, and we were out on lunch break, and it was nice. It was the summer. And so we all went out and sat on picnic tables outside, and we were sitting there bullshitting. And all of a sudden the monthly test went off. And it was funny to see everybody from Minnesota, everybody that was our employee, just kind of sat there and kept eating their lunch. And the Oregon employees, as soon as the siren went off, and our siren was at that place was like 2 doors away. It was so loud. Everyone, everyone, I don't know if they fear mongered them or what to be ready for tornadoes, but everybody from Oregon basically jumped up from the table, and they were like freaking out. Where do we go? Oh my God. And they're like looking for tornadoes and stuff. And we're all like, it's the monthly test, dude. It's like blue skies. What the hell do you think is going on? So yeah, there is definitely a time where you become accustomed to it. So Backwoods Butcher says they don't have a siren there in his town. They have a guy that drives his lawn tractor up and down the road screaming, "The thunder is coming." What's that? Kyle, Corey's wondering if that's your job now that you're on the city council or the zoning board. Jim says we had a weather alert on the phone from the county and a tornado touched down a couple miles away, but we didn't react much to the warning. K-Bonk phone alerts have become normal with the Amber alerts and all that shit. Sorry, getting caught up on these comments. Pickle P says, "Oh, in Oregon, those sirens are tsunami warnings. So when you hear that, you do get up and you run as far as you can." Oh, Pickle Pete is not a fan of the zoning committee. I forgot about that. Hey, Kyle. Hey, Pickle Pete. Did you know that Kyle is on the? He's one of them governments. He's one of them government guys. He says he's doing it for good, but I think he's going to slowly convert into one of them. So, but anyway, the weather was a big nothing burger yesterday. Big old nothing burger. Couple of rumbles of thunder, some rain that watered the grass, and nothing. Like, it didn't even rain hard enough that there was standing water, really. So it is what it is. All bark, no bite. Not that I'm appreciative of it. I told Corey when we took the dogs for a walk, I was like, well, we made it another day without having to sit here and worry about a tornado hitting us. So I've gotten to the point though where I'm just like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. They're like, literally, we've gone through the motions of trying to decide what we would do, and it's really hard at this point. So, Backwoods Butcher says no, he's responsible for letting everybody know when the tourists are coming. Do you parade up and down the street with a shotgun and your ponytail hanging out, saying, "The tourists are coming"? I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Backwoods Butcher says he's Ron Swansoning the whole thing. You could only in your wildest dreams hold a candle to Ron Swanson. Jim asked if I've mapped emergency routes out of there. I know how to get out of here in every direction except east, because if I go east, I go and then I gotta drive into the river. And we know that the people here like to drive into the river straight through the boat launch, right off the highway, down the boat launch and into the river. Pip says the snowbirds are coming. The snowbirds are coming. And Jim, I have paper maps too. So, I mean, we're already living here with like, people are like, oh my god, what if cell phones go down? I don't have a boat. Mike's Homestead says by boat. I don't have a boat. Jim says I'll be leaving in June. Where are you going? Where are you going, Jim? Yeah, I got paper maps. People are worried about like cell phone communication being down during the eclipse. I haven't had cell phone service for a year. Like, sometimes when I go to the big city of Savannah to do my laundry and pick up the foods, I'll get some 5Gs. But mostly everywhere I go here, I don't have service. So it's been about a year. Like, oh my god, the cell phones are down. I wouldn't even know. People in the local Facebook group say that. They're like, oh, has anybody having cell phone problems? And I'm like, only for about 9 months now. My favorite is that my phone doesn't dial certain numbers now. Like, won't connect. It's even on Wi-Fi calling. So when we were looking to book an appointment to take Norman in for his paw to the vet, I had gone to the vet the last time, and so I had all the previous calls and stuff in my phone. I Googled it. I was going to be taking him in. I was going to be taking him. I looked up the number I was going to call and make sure they were open and things. And so I pulled out my phone and I Google it. I found the right thing and I get the number, and I tried to call from Google Maps, and it kind of goes, you know how at the beginning of the call it goes, I don't know if your phone does that, like a little cord going up, and then it sits, and then it'll start the ringing, and then they answer or they don't. Well, I tried to call the vet and I went, and it just was silent. And then a few seconds later, it went beep, 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 and it stopped. It was like call failed. I'm like, oh, that was weird. So I'm on Wi-Fi calling because I don't have cell phone signal, which works just fine. I tried again. I tried again from the Google listing. I tried again from a website listing. I tried entering the number, and I tried calling. I was like, oh my God, are they closed? Like, I was worried. Backwoods says, thank you for the explanation of a phone call. You're welcome. You're welcome. I am from the future. And so I was like, oh, like, what's going on? Did they close? I was afraid they closed because this vet was like the bee's knees, man, for taking our dogs. You don't need a file. It's a walk-ins, this and that. And I grabbed Corey's phone. I tried like 5 or 6 times from different methods of trying to get through. I pick up Corey's phone and hit send, and it goes right through. Now we have the same phone plan. We have different phones and this and that. But I was like, what the fuck is going on? And so I put her phone, I talked to them. I talked to them, and I hang up, and I pick up my phone and I tried again. It wouldn't go through. Hunter says I got the doc blocked, but no, that's not the only time it's happened. Oh, I got doc blocked. Similar to cock blocked. You could have said that. Kyle says bee's knees. He thinks that I'm old because I said bee's knees. Yeah, it's not the only number that's happened. But it's not my phone completely because I make calls. I call the pizza guy. I call, like yesterday, I called account I was having trouble with. I called customer service, and it works, and then it just random numbers, it won't work. There was a contact that a community member hooked me up with, trying to work with in some capacity, and every time I tried to call him, it wouldn't go through. I think I sent him text messages. I don't think they went through. I don't know if my phone is just blocked from certain numbers. Now, do they have me blocked? I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think the vet office has my phone blocked. Kyle wants to know if I've tried 867-5309. Are you? I just can't even. I can't even. Sorry. Kyle's wondering what my favorite denture adhesive is. I don't know yet. I'm still missing the tooth, dude. I'm still missing the tooth. I haven't found the best denture adhesive. Oh, man. Lost update, guys. Stacy's mom's number. Whew. Didn't need her number. You just went over there and hung out with Stacy's mom. Kyle's been up since 3:30. It's SINCE, not sense. Like, you don't sense it since 3:30. He's had 2 French presses. He's on a tear. What are you drinking these days? Are you? Don't tell me you're making Folgers in a French press. Please don't tell me you're making Folgers in a French press. Sigh. Lost last night. We've hit the tipping point and lost. Always happens, even to the best. Kyle says he's dumb and he apologizes for making us all feel stupid. We've reached the tipping point and lost. Are you serious? You're drinking Black Rifle? Do you have an Affliction shirt on? What time's the MMA fight tonight, man? We turned on Lost last night. We were ready to sit down and enjoy an episode. And we pull it up, and it starts just as a recap. And every single every single episode starts with a recap. That's like the standard right now. Pip says Kyle's rocking the tap out shirt with his Black Rifle coffee. Pickle Pete, I do it. Pickle Pete says Black Rifle is run by commies. Pip says he's got a tap out shirt on. Yeah, it's a tap out shirt with fucking hammer and sickle on the back. Oh no, Kyle doesn't have his tap out shirt on. He's got his American flag shirt with the Constitution on it. He is all about America today. He is a walking stereotype. Oh, dude. Hey Kyle, do you know the name of any of the people that roast your coffee? Because I know the name of the only person that roasts mine. Anyway, Lost. Oh, any like week to week show. Can you read cursive? Oh, Pickle P says I'm on the zoning board and I'm here to help. Oh no. Anyway, these week to week shows, they're basically like recaps. The first like 5 minutes is a recap. And I get it. We try to put ourselves in the mindset that we're watching it week to week. But normally, I mean, like, don't kid myself, we're watching it hour to hour and maybe day to day. So, like, at the end of episode 6, and I hit next episode and it goes to episode 7, I don't need to see the recap of episode 6 and 5, 4, 3, and the season before. And it just keeps getting longer and longer. Thankfully, Amazon, you can skip the intro a lot. But this whole episode was a recap. They were just like telling the story of Lost. And I'm like, oh no. And Corey looks at me, she goes, oh, they've lost ideas. They don't have any more ideas. I didn't mean to say they lost ideas. That was not intentional. Corey's like, oh, they don't have any more ideas. That's when they start putting these filler episodes in, these recap episodes. And we were like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right, well, just skip it because I don't want to watch it. And then we were wondering if it was just like the first half of the episode. And so we watched the whole damn thing. And no, it was just a recap, the whole thing. And we're like, oh, shit. So we watch another episode. And then there was another one. At the next, there was Corey, there's a regular episode in between, right? There was a whole recap hour. And then the next episode was good. And then the following episode was like the director and the writer explaining the story. And I'm like, what's going on? They ran out of ideas. This is it. This is it. We've been noticing the plot. We've been noticing the plot and the storyline going downhill, but we've reached it. We've reached the point. Oh no. My Zap.stream balance is below 500 sats. Please top up or use this link. Uh-oh. We'll make it. We'll make it through. We'll make it through. Hey, my buddy Al-Amin Hassin. That is my man, my SEO man over on Facebook. Thanks for stopping in, man. You hook me up with 6 videos for $12 and we'll get to it. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure, buddy. I'm not sure. How about the nuke? The nuke, that is right where we're at, Pip. You know the story. We are right at Jack. Jack wants to blow up the nuke. Jack wants to blow up the nuke. So Backwoods Butcher says they had polar bears on a tropical island. They didn't have ideas to begin with. Dude, time travel is fantastic. I really like thinking about the time travel. Jim says $12 fiat sounds fishy. Jim, I offered the man Bitcoin and he wasn't interested. I asked him if he took Bitcoin. He wants me to send him fiat. Pickle P says dick pic vids, or are we talking something else? Alamin Hassan wants to do SEO optimization on my YouTube videos to make my channel explode. Red flag for sure when the dude doesn't take Bitcoin. You don't want to work with me, son. Well, Alamin and I were talking last night for a good long time. I was offering him lizards and rooster eggs for SEO optimization, and he didn't understand. He says I need to trust him. And I'm like, he's like, he says he needs to trust me. He says, hey man, we'll help you with your pitch here a little bit. He says, hey, I do your YouTube videos, your YouTube channel sucks. Basically he sent me a cold message on Facebook and says, well, he didn't send it cold. First he commented on 2 or 3 of my YouTube videos, and then he went back to my Facebook live streams and scrolled through my thing and copy and pasted the same comment in several Facebook videos. And then he cold bombs me with a Facebook Messenger, and he's like, hey, your YouTube statistics suck balls, and I can make your shit better. Jim says, God, I hope this is someone you know pranking you. This is not. This is somebody looking to help me. So he proceeds to send me some screenshots. He wanted me to watch a video. He said, I do SEO optimization. And I said, okay. He says, I normally charge $10 a video, but I will do it 2 for 15. And so we started negotiating, and he kept telling me that he'll do 1 video, he'll do 2 videos for 10, and then I give him the balance later. And I was like, well, how about you just do the video? And if your work is like you say it is, and I'm going to see improvement, and it's guaranteed because you're telling me that there's no possible chance that what you do doesn't work, then you should be more than willing to proof of work, like K-Bonk says. Give me proof of work, and then I'll pay you. He also wants me to give him permission to go in and give him permission to access my YouTube channel. And I'm like, well, here's the deal, man. What are you saying you can do for me? What are you saying? I said, I understand my SEO on YouTube isn't shit. And there's a reason why I'm focusing on other things in YouTube. And YouTube is just one of the places I upload stuff. And I said, what are you promising? Like, how many views can you get me? They're like 800 to 900. I said, okay, well, how about you do a video And if I like what you do and I'm okay with the process, then I'll pay you $10. And he's like, well, no, it takes me all day to do a video. And I'm like, you are telling me it takes you all day to do a video? Hunter says I normally start off with them paying me. I did ask if he would pay me. But then I asked him if he really wanted to be a baller and go hard at this, that he should do a few videos for me. And once I start making money, we'll just partner up and partner up going forward. Kyle says he's wondering if I'm also getting the shares of a diamond mine in Nigeria. Maybe, if we partner up, I yeah, me and Alameen are gonna hang out in Miami when we're balling, because his Facebook profile says he lives in Miami. I don't know. It's K-Bong spent hour looking for the conference. Jesus Christ, dude. It might not be in the search engines yet. What what search engine were you using, first of all? Um oh, sorry guys. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gotten to pre-search yet. Yeah. Yep. I don't know. It takes a while. He's using DuckDuckGo. Pre-search is not. It needs time for the crawlers to hit it for sure. Faux show. And I need Backwoods wondering if he's in jail and needs money to bribe the guards. Possibly. Uh yeah, that site is what it is. We're kind of rolling into it. Hey, Rachel Rewilder Life, how's it going? Checking in for a while. Checking in for a second. You are alive. We're glad to hear you're alive. I got to send you a message today. Get to it when you get to it. Don't rush or anything. But there's some stuff I want to talk to you about. So I'll drop you a message on Telegram and just get back to me when you're done with your family. It's nothing urgent, but I need to remember to send you the message. Thanks for stopping in, though. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Yeah, my friend is going to SEO my site, and it's probably not going to happen. Like, literally, I asked him if he wanted to take Bitcoin, and he's like, no, I only have PayPal and Cash App. And I was like, well, you can get Bitcoin and Cash App. And he's like, I only take cash. And I literally Rewilder Life says city living is not for her. You and me both. Oh man, Rachel's getting hard. Rachel's getting big mentions there. They mentioned missing you on Jack, Nicole, and John's live show. Wow. Um, I don't even know where I was going. I don't even know where I was going now. I don't know. Lost it. I lost it. Um, yeah, my SEO guy. Oh, that was it. He said he only took Cash App and PayPal. And the sad part is I have like a um lingering Cash App account that I don't really use. We have Corey and I both have one. One of them we use, and one of them we don't really. And the one that we don't really use, it was on my phone, and I popped it open. There's fucking $10 in it. There's $10 sitting there, and I literally, hey, Chris Dixon, have a great day. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I I almost wanted to just send him the $10 just to see what would happen. Just to see what would happen. Pip said that John and Billy Bond had a good conspiracy show the other day. Guys, we got conspiracy show coming up on Friday. I got some prep going already for it. Thanks to Hunter for sending in an article submission that will send me down a freaking rabbit hole. Appreciate it, man. I won't get anything done now. But man, Friday we definitely have to talk conspiracy because you know what Monday is. The pending doom of Monday and Kyle's birthday. Not good. But we'll definitely be talking conspiracy on Saturday. Hunter asked if he sent me the laser show in Nevada. No, you just sent me the stuff about the radars. That was immediately deleted and then you sent it again or something. I haven't dug in. It's on my list and I have to get some shit done before I start reading. Doom, doom, doom. Yes, Monday is the day, folks. Monday is the day. Are you prepping? They got us prepping for thunderstorms 4 days in advance, but they I guess they were screaming about the eclipse a long time ago. Never mind. Delete. Does everybody have their eclipse glasses for Monday so they can see? Yeah, I almost sent this dude $10 out of my Cash App just if I didn't have to give him YouTube permissions to go in and touch my YouTube stuff, and like really, how much can he hurt? I don't think he can make it worse. I don't think he can make my video views worse. This monster. I read about optimizing your channel and the things that are going to help your channel get views, and I'm like, after 7 years I've done pretty much everything on the don't do list, so unless I want to start over, I'm just plugging away. I post videos about products I get that are already made for Amazon to begin with. I post shorts about the dogs. I do this show and then random videos, and that's it. It is what it is. There is no fixing it at this point. Backwards Butcher says, is it a coincidence the eclipse is on my birthday and I'm in the direct path of the eclipse? My eyeballs might start glowing. Laser Bitcoin eyes if you actually knew what Bitcoin was. Guys, I didn't make it to TikTok Live yesterday. I got busy doing a bunch of stuff. I made up a flyer for the table for SRF for our paracord stuff that I kind of like the name that Scramblin shot out there, that just he randomly shot out lots knots, and I was like and I just chuckled. Haven't adopted it. I did put it on the potential flyer. Potential flyer. I did put it at the top just to play around with it. I do like the name. It is just quality. But I messed around with that. I had some other bullshit to deal with, and yeah, just plowing through the day. So I wasn't able to pop on live. Hopefully I get to do that today. I really trying to coordinate with Corey's work, so we're not bothering each other while we're both trying to talk to other people, since we're so close here, and just trying to fit it in and get rolling with that. Got a bunch of videos produced for the Amazon channel and things of that nature. So it was a good day. It was a good day, and we didn't get hit by any lightning or tornadoes. So that is a solid day in my book. Let me see my notes here real quick. Oh, I jumped right over the Daily Stoic from yesterday. It was something that kind of stuck in my brain, that it was more of a reminder than something new to think about. It's more of a reminder, something that I realized quite a while ago. Keep an eye on what's going around you guys. And I'm not talking about like situational awareness, head on a swivel. Do that also. Times are getting freaking weird. They have been for a long time, but people are getting weird, and a lot of people are getting desperate. I don't think it's barely in the forefront of the reporting, but there's some people in a real bad way right now. And people, when they're in a bad way, like an injured animal, do irrational things. So definitely keep your head on a swivel and know what's going on around you. But yesterday's Daily Stoic was more about the people you surround yourself with and being cognizant of the attitudes and the vibes the people around you are giving off, recognizing it and making sure it doesn't affect you. And if you can't do that, at least recognizing it and shifting the people that are around you, whether you delete some people, whether you add some new people. That old saying, you want to see yourself in 5 years, or you want to see what your future looks like, look at your 5 closest friends. I don't think it's necessarily impossible to overcome, but for sure it doesn't hurt to have people on the right path surrounding you to help you get where you're going. So just keep an eye. If you're feeling in a rut, you're feeling like you're not yourself, you're feeling like you're not getting done what you want to get done, maybe take a step back and see who you're interacting with and see if they're benefiting you or they're pushing you to be better, or if maybe they're holding you back and causing you some strife. So just something I took away from yesterday. I had on the top of the list to mention it, and it ended up at the bottom of the list. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. I think I hit pretty much everything. SEO guy popped in. Hey, I'm going to ask a question, and if you're listening and you want to put it in the comments, either on your podcast player, in the Telegram chat, or in the YouTube replay, anywhere you can find a place to reply. I'm curious what your thoughts are. I asked it in the Telegram group yesterday. I got a new pair of headphones in the mail. A company set out this awesome pair of noise canceling Bluetooth headphones, and I was testing them out yesterday, and it got me wondering, what is everybody's song? If they could pick one song, if you could pick one song to test out headphones, what would it be? You only get one, but you want to listen to the headphones and you want to be like, oh, these are the best things I've ever heard. What would you turn on? Let me know. Not today. Don't put them in the comments here because I'm going to log off and they'll all disappear. But hit me somewhere else. Hit in the reply or in the replay after the video is over. I'll get a notification about the comment, or hit a reply over on one of those podcast players and let me know there. Going to pop in over here on Noster one last time. Pip popped in. Thanks for the zap, my man. Thank you for the zap over on the show. Hey, Jim, take off. John Palmer, good day, good morning, and have an awesome day. With that, guys, I appreciate everyone listening for sure. If you enjoyed the show, it's always free to hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. To return value for value, please consider, God damn it, I forgot to give away the memberships. I'm going to do tomorrow's show notes right away. I am going to put tomorrow's show notes right away, and yeah, so to return value for value, please consider joining one of the YouTube membership tiers or listening on any value for value platform like Podverse or Fountain.fm. You can also catch us over on Zap.stream with Noster, and you can return value for value there. Visit thelastproject.com to find out more information about me or all my partner companies, links and affiliate codes, discount codes, and the such. comfreyroots.com is now live. If you want to go there and pick up some comfrey, talk to some people in the audience there, you might be able to find a discount code or two. It's Wednesday. It's hump day, guys. Wrap it up. Get through the hump day. We are off to a good start. And once we get to the end of it, we'll be on the downhill for the week, heading into the weekend in SRF. And hey, have an awesome day, guys. And we'll catch up with you tomorrow.
I can see the light.